Hi guys. So staying on the subject of the government and drugs, I've found an alarming proposal that the government have made. And now you guys know that I don't normally write and script my videos. They're all just sort of, as it falls out of my mouth. But because I don't want to misinform you on anything, I have sort of wrote this down. So I am going to kind of be reading the facts. My answers will be not wrote down, obviously, but the facts I have wrote down because, like I say, I don't want to misinform you in any way. Now, the government are investing some money into helping drug addicts and tackle the drug problem. Okay, now they put a record 780 million. So is that seven? I don't know. I'm really really crap. 78 million. I don't know, to rebuild the drug system to help drug addicts. Now the fact that this my sort of answer to this is what I get from that is the fact that it needs rebuilding gives me no confidence in them whatsoever. It shows that they are admitting that they haven't been doing enough and to tackle this issue whatsoever. It hasn't been a priority for them in any shape, way or form, and it shouldn't need millions to help, ploughing back into it really, because it should still be a priority to them. Another one is they're investing it into a new strategy, and this is going to be over 10 years. That's a decade, guys, absolute decade. It's to tackle the issues of drugs and prevent crime. Again, no confidence. It shows that they're sort of saying they need 10 years. Now, a lot can happen in 10 years. That's a decade, If something hasn't come of this strategy in 10 years, so that they're sort of saying, you sort of will see improvement over 10 years. Well, I fucking hope we will, The next one, the money's going to help to reverse an upward drive to crime, okay? So it's called a new strategy to tackle drugs and set out a bold vision over 10 years. Again, 10 years, I keep mentioning this, 10 years, designed to sort of tackle crime and reduce both the supply and demand for drugs by getting more people into treatment. So that's going to be tackling the circle of crime driven by addiction, keeping drug related violence out of neighbourhoods across the country. Okay? Shouldn't all this be already happening? That's a no-brainer, guys, isn't it? Right, the plan is backed by the 780 million for treatment, as I've said, yeah? It's the largest increase ever, apparently, bringing the total to more than 3 billion over the next 3 years. So that's how much it's going to end up costing. Now, up to now, all I've read, yeah, I'll be honest with you, is big words, sort of datas, timescales. We need more than that, don't we, guys? Come on, let's be real. It's an epidemic. Now, they then go on to say, illegal drugs carry a cost to the taxpayer is nearly 20 billion, okay, yearly. And almost half of burglaries and robberies are committed by the 300,000 heroin and crack addicts, yeah, in England, right? And it's saying that the communities are forced to endure the misery this causes, okay? Now, wow, what a blunt statement. And that is saying to me, the cat's slipping. Come on, the cat's slipping there, guys, isn't it? Its true colours are shining through. Who's wrote this? They're saying, fucking hell, read between the lines. I don't really fucking agree with it. I don't really want to help these fucking drug addicts. This is what we think of them. Again, no confidence. I've got no confidence in them whatsoever. It's saying that treatment is just one part. It's going to help people, and they're going to help people back into work. Now, come on. So not only are they going to sort of force people into getting clean and stuff like that, they're also going to try and get them straight into work. That is not going to work. They're going to tackle homelessness as well and sort of get them a permanent place. you know, they're saying that they're going to sort of help get drug addicts into employment that they want to do. Now, it doesn't matter what you want to do. The fact is, you're still going to need to be qualified in whatever sort of sector you want to go in. I mean, that's common sense to me. And let's be honest, unless they are going to make it, you know, a sort of law or mandatory that every single company or business employs sort of ex-offenders and ex-drug users, they're not going to stand a chance, are they? I mean, they haven't worked for God knows how long. They're probably not even up to date with qualifications. So that's going to make them sort of depressed and down, that no one's taking a chance on them, which is going to 9 times out of 10, it's going to result to them back to using again. They're not. This area isn't going to work neither. They also go on to say that when they get into court and they're sort of seeing a judge, or, you know, a prolific offender, seeing the same judge, the judge is going to have different sort of strategies that they can use, and they can sort of make it mandatory or voluntary, which again, to me, that is so contradicting. It's either voluntary or mandatory. Which one is it, you know, into drug testing? Because apparently, I mean, I wasn't aware of this. Apparently, at the minute, you can only it's only doing it if drug addicts agree to be tested. Now, and that, you know, you are offered a sort of drug testing scheme, but you know, and you are asked if you was offered it, would it work for you? But I mean, you do still get offered it, even if you know you said it wouldn't work. So I don't really understand what they're saying with that, or how that's new. But so basically, what they're saying is, and then if you do fail a drug test on this scheme that they're doing, you will get sent to prison. For, I mean, come on, a drug addict you didn't get addicted to drugs overnight, you know. So I mean, how are you going to tackle you know, the issue of getting clean overnight? You know, it's like you didn't climb Mount Everest in a day, did we? You know, that's not going to work. It's just going to create sort of issues around drug addicts sort of taking somebody else's piss in, you know, to test clean. I don't know who's thought these ideas up. I honestly don't. And it's quite scary, really. That the fact that I'm sat here on my sofa and I've actually thought up ideas that kind of would work. I mean, then nobody would ever listen to it. And to be honest, I have sort of Googled on how I can go to council meetings at the town hall and stuff in Sheffield, because what they're doing, they're wasting money, they're wasting billions. This money is going to waste, it's going to waste it away. I mean, as those government people, yeah, they will have access to sort of data and numbers and statistics and all this, that and other. Now, what I would first do is I would look at the age group of the people who are trying drugs for the first time. And I mean any drugs, not just hard drugs, I mean any drugs. Okay? I'd find out which is the most, and I'd go into schools, and from that age group, I would start teaching drugs. Now, I wouldn't just go in and say, this is heroin, this is what it does, this is what it looks like, this is how it can be taken, and these are the effects. Oh, and you will get addicted. That's not going to work. I'd do an intense course, and what I'd do is I'd split each day into 2 drugs. So say I'd have heroin in the morning, heroin in the afternoon, crack cocaine in the afternoon. Now, for each one, I would have a drug user who is addicted currently, and I would also have an ex-user who has been addicted and they've come clean. Them 2 people would both speak. I wouldn't be throwing big language, you know, words in and sort of, you know, big words. I would speak on the level of the age group of the children that I'm teaching. I'd do that every day till I've covered all the main drugs. Like I say, doing sort of splitting the days up into two groups. The second half of the course, I would have as a off-campus style thing. So I would go and do trips to rehabs, and I would literally show people where they are literally shitting themselves, you know, literally spewing up, can't control the bowels, you know, all that, the horrendous withdrawal. I would then show them into prisons, and I don't mean walking around saying this is where prisoners are, and I mean I would show them, I would lock them in a cell for a couple of hours, I would also take them to the police station and sort of go through the booking in process. I would then lock them in again. And that's just off the top of my head. I would also, to help treatment as well, I would say if people who are in treatment for addiction, I would set up a website, a platform similar to GoFundMe, but just for addicts. And if, as long as they're engaging in treatment, they are then allowed to go and put a profile on there. This wouldn't cost the government absolutely anything because it's all donations. And basically, you'd put your story on there, you'd sort of, and you're gonna sort of tell them a bit about yourself, what you like, what you was like before, how you lived, what's happening today and now, how it's affecting you, and then you'd have a little space to what you would do if you was given the opportunity to go to rehab, and how you would better your life, and how if somebody did fund you, what you would get out of it. Okay, and then there'd also be a space for money for afterwards. Okay, now this money is not ever going to be available to the drug addict whatsoever. It goes straight to the rehab place. And then the second bit, that half of that, I'm telling you, I mean, a drug addict, well, everybody, but mainly addicts, they need to have their mind occupied. So basically, the second half of the what you're asking for, the funding, for people to donate to, is to sort of set a business up for you. So what would you do? Maybe it's a window cleaning round, maybe it's a nail bar, something like that, dog grooming or whatever, and people donate. I mean, this is not costing the government absolutely anything. It's only costing them to make the website. It's all going to be from donations from members of the public, like they do on GoFundMe. I've got loads more ideas, but I'm not going to sort of go on and on and on. I hope you did watch this to the end. Tell me what you think, and yeah, I know I'll not get listened to, but if anybody out there knows of any direction I can be pointed in to maybe get my voice heard on this issue, please let me know.